So the 2.20 performance update for Arma 3 just dropped, and it is a unanimous banger. A skeleton crew of Arma 3 devs led by the community-renowned programmer Dedmen have toiled and forged for years to bring us the optimization update we've all been waiting for. Bottom line up front, multi-threading has not been added to Arma 3. That is a gross misnomer that has gone on for quite a while. Instead, this update is a complete overhaul to the multi-threading system in real virtuality. Additionally, everyone should pay close attention to the command line section to avoid hurting your performance with bad information that has circulated over the years. I myself am guilty of having made this mistake, not knowing and understanding the programming and what it all meant, and that is my fault. And I rightly deleted a video that I was blasting out bad info on, and I was called out for it. Rightly so. If you go into your Arma 3 launch parameters and have these ticked when they don't apply to you, you need to uncheck them immediately. Again, read Dedmen's quick rundown on his post, which I've linked in this video's description. Now, depending on your current PC setup and graphics, most players should see an average increase of about 15 to 20 frames per second, some more and some less. Players who already have high FPS because they've just beefed up their machine over the years shouldn't really expect much of an increase in their maximum FPS, but that's okay, and I'll explain why. Max FPS is great, don't get me wrong, but what does it matter that my FPS went from 110 to 130 if the gameplay while I'm taking the enemy's girlfriend to Pound Town suffers? I'd much rather the gameplay during these large effects-heavy engagements be smoother, and that average FPS increase will help make the difference for many players. You can utilize the amazing Yet Another Arma benchmark, or YAAB, scenario to test out your FPS metrics down to the absolute bone if you want to see just how well this performance upgrade is treating you. I recommend doing a benchmark with no mods loaded, and then turn around and do another one with all of your mods and effects mods loaded just to compare the two. Dedmen has done the Arma community a huge solid by putting down in a post the exact ins and outs of how Arma 3's engine used to function versus how it functions now. Reading it honestly made me appreciate just how incredibly blessed we are that people like Dedmen and the rest of the Arma 3 devs not only know how to transform the code and make it more optimized, but that they care enough to still give Arma 3 a free performance upgrade after 12 fucking years. All the while, they've been working on the Infusion engine and working on other projects, and as we transition to working on Arma 4. That kind of dedication is why I love Bohemia and why I love this game and the community. I'll attempt to summarize the performance upgrade, but I highly suggest, again, giving Dedmen's post a read-through, especially since he not only reprogrammed the way the engine handles simulations, but he took the time to explain it to the layman player like myself. Essentially, real virtuality couldn't simulate many of these calculations at the same time in its initial programming language. Dedmen and the other Arma 3 devs have rewritten millions of lines of code all the way back to the beginning days of the engine operation in order to give us the performance update we're seeing today. For many players, this performance upgrade will be the tipping point, allowing Arma 3 to feel like a new game all over again. I've been hard at it in the editor, throwing down some larger than normal engagements just to experiment and see how much better the engine handles this increased simulation load. And I've got to say, I've been incredibly impressed with how much smoother the gameplay feels overall. Not only did this update provide that deliciously long-awaited performance boost, but it also launched with stub-wing variants of the UH-80 Ghost Hawk and the AH-99 Blackfoot, giving both increased firepower and sexiness overall, as well as many other minor fixes and improvements to the game at large. This company and this game will continue to shine well into the next decade, and as PC components get more powerful and newer ones drop in price, more and more people will be able to enjoy this wonderful game at max capacity. It's been a long road, and while we're walking steadfast towards a world where Arma 4 is a playable game and not just a distant hope, Arma 3 will continue to shine and deliver what is unequivocally the best sandbox military shooter experience on the planet until it is properly dethroned. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. Well, guys, that's all I have on this quick update. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I strongly suggest you take a look at Dedmen's dev blog post and give it a read so you can fully appreciate just how much work went into giving us this long-awaited gift. Thank you, Dedmen, and thank you, the Arma 3 dev team. You guys have just injected another 5 years of life into this game, if not more, and I'll be here with all of you playing this incredible game until the end. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.